Okay, today we are reading, we just started, I think on Wednesday, we started a new chapter. We're reading from the 8th canto, the we started the 23rd chapter. Today we're reading verses 3 to 6. So we are at the point of the story with Bali Maharaj when the so he went through the whole thing. Vamanadev took his 3 steps. He put his head on Bali Maharaj's head. They had a whole conversation, and now the demigods are taking back the heavenly planets, and order is returned to the universe. So just for my sake and for everybody else's, I'll just read verses 1 through 5, and then 6 will chant together. So, English. Shukadev Goswami said, this is verse 1. When the Supreme Ancient Eternal Personality of Godhead had thus spoken to Bali Maharaj, who is universally accepted as a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore a great soul, Bali Maharaj, his eyes filled with tears, his hands folded, and his voice faltering in devotional ecstasy, responded as follows. Bali Maharaj said, verse 2, what a wonderful effect there is in even attempting to offer respectful obeisances to you. I merely endeavored to offer you obeisances, but nonetheless the attempt was as successful as those of pure devotees. The causeless mercy you have shown to me, a fallen demon, was never achieved even by the demigods or the leaders of the various planets. So, verse 3, I'll just chant and then read the English. Shri Shuka Vacha Ityuktva Harim Anatya Brahmanam Sabhavan Tata Vivesha Sutalam Prito Palir Mukta Sahas Surai. Translation. Shukadev Goswami continued, after speaking in this way, Bali Maharaj offered his obeisances first to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, and then to Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. Thus he was released from the bondage of the Naga Pasha, the ropes of Varuna, and in full satisfaction he entered the planet known as Sutala. Evam Indraya Bhagavan Pratyaniya Trivishtapam Purayitvadite Kaman Ashasat Sakalam Jagat. Thus, having delivered the proprietorship of the heavenly planets to Indra, and having fulfilled the desire of Aditi, mother of the demigods, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, ruled the affairs of the universe. Verse 5. Labda prasadam nirmuktam pautram vangsha daram balim Nishamya Bhakti Pravana Prarada Idam Abravit. When Prahlad Maharaj heard how Bali Maharaj, his grandson and descendant, had been released from bondage and had achieved the benediction of the Lord, he spoke as follows in a tone of great ecstatic devotion. So now we get to page 6 or verse 6. Okay. Shri Pradada Vacha. Nemam virincho lab... Nee, warte mal. Warte mal. Nemam virincho labate prasadam. Okay. Nemam virincho labate prasadam. Nemam virincho labate prasadam. Na Shri na Salva Kim Uta Parenye. Na Shri na Salva Kim Uta Parenye. Yano Surana Yano Surana Masi Durga Palo. Yano Suranam Asi Durga Palo. Vishva Bhivan Jair Abhivanditan Grihi. Oh God. Vishva Bhivan Jair Abhivanditan Grihi. Shri Prabhupada Vacha Nemam Virincho Labate Prasadam. Nem na Shri na Salva Kimupa Utaparinye. Yanor Inimam Yanor Suranam Asidurga Palo. Vishva Bhivander Abhivanditang Grihi. Anyone else? One of the gentlemen?
Shri Prahalada Uvacha Imam Cholapate Lapate Prasadam
Prasadam
Nasir Nasarvati Kim Utha Parenye Yanyo Suranam Asidur Kapalo Vishwabhi Vandhanir Abhivandhit Sankir
Shri Prabhupada Vacha Virincho Labate Prasadam. Nasi Nasarvati Shri Prabhupada Vacha Evam Virincho Labate Prasadam. Palo. Hmm? Hallelujah. Pradarvacha. Nam Vilincho Prabhate Prasadam. Suranam Achitur Palo. Sadhurani Parihani Tani. Shri Pradada Vacha. Evam Provincho Lavate Prasadam. Ashri Prasada Huma Parinye. Adonam Shitur Palo. Thank you. Word for word and translation and purport by His Divine Grace as Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Pradada Uvacha. What do you think? Prahlad Maharaj said, Na, not. Imam, this. Virinchaha, even Lord Brahma. Labhate, can achieve. Prasadam, what does that mean? Yeah. Benediction. Yeah, but yeah, benediction and mercy is it's sort of the same. Na, nor. Shri, the goddess of fortune. Na, nor. Sharvaha, Lord Shiva. Kim Uta, what to speak of. Apari Anye, others. Yat, which. Which benediction, sorry. Naha, of us. Asuranam, the demons. Asi, you. You have become, sorry. Durga Palaha. What do you think that means? The maintainer. It's explaining purport of. Vishva Abhivanjai. By personalities like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who are worshipped all over the universe. Abhivandita Agrihi. Angrihi, sorry. Whose lotus feet are worshipped. Okay. Prahlad Maharaj said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are universally worshipped. Even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva worship your lotus feet. Yet, although you are such a great personality, you have kindly promised to protect us, the demons. I think that such kindness has never been achieved even by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, or the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. What to speak of other demigods or common people? Purport. The word Durga Pala is significant. The word Durga means, and that this I did not know, that which does not go very easily. Generally, Durga refers to a fort which one cannot very easily enter. Another meaning of Durga is difficulty. That's the one that we sort of know. Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead promised to protect Bali Maharaj and his associates from all dangers. He is addressed here as Durga Pala, the Lord who gives protection from all miserable conditions. Om Agyanatimirandasya Ginanjana Shalakaya Chakshurunaditam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Darati Svapadantikam Mandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Prakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sachivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakopaturubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So one more time the verse. Shri Prahlad Maharaj said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are universally worshipped. Even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva worship your lotus feet. Yet, although you are such a great personality, you have kindly promised to protect us, the demons. I think that such kindness has never been achieved even by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, or the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. What to speak of other demigods or common people? So, I just want to quickly go back. Yeah, so the last three verses of the last chapter goes like this. O Bali Maharaj, Indrasena, now you may go to the planet Sutala, which is desired even by the demigods. Live there peacefully, surrounded by your friends and relatives. All good fortune unto you. On the planet Sutala, not even the predominating deities of other planets. On the planet of Sutala, even the predominating deities of other planets, what to speak of ordinary people, will be able to conquer you. As far as the demons are concerned, if they transgress your rule, my disc will kill them. O great hero, I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, along with your associates and paraphernalia. Moreover, you will always be able to see me there. So, and then last verse, because there you will see my supreme prowess, your materialistic ideas and anxieties that have arisen from your association with the demons and Danavas will immediately be vanquished. So this the two last verses of the previous chapter are what is referred to in this sixth chapter. This is the promise that Krishna, that Vamanadev makes Bali Maharaj. And it's beautiful. I mean, we can memorize this verse where Krishna says, O great hero, I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, along with your associates and paraphernalia. Moreover, you will always be able to see me there. I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if Krishna stood in front of us and told us that? I mean, he does tell us that. So actually, we also have that promise. So, can you, from memory, tell me in other places in the Shastras, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, wherever, where Krishna makes a similar promise? Think of all the times where Krishna promises his devotees that he'll protect them and they'll. Can you think of anything? Hmm? Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, so Arjuna is definitely one.
Krishna also tells that the last final moment of your death, if you think about me, you will be saved, basically. You will
Mm-hmm.
come to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he says that they'll never be able to forget him. Yeah. Do you have any other?
Draupadi?
Draupadi, I didn't think of her. I usually think of her when I ask this question, but at this time I wasn't thinking of her. But yes, so yes, she only cried out, "Oh Govinda," and he immediately ran out of his palace. People thought he was, what the heck is going on? And he saved her from absolute humiliation and ruin. Mhm. It wasn't. I mean, I don't. Yeah, we even today, if someone tries to strip you naked in public, even today that would be humiliating. But in those days, and not even so long ago, like 100 years ago, maybe even still, yeah, maybe even, let's say, 100 years ago, um, a woman, not, I mean, to strip someone naked is obviously a no-go. But even if a woman, even say for instance, a woman went with someone alone in some secluded place and someone saw them, then that woman would be forced to marry that man, because that is how sacred a woman's purity and chastity is if there was one little drop of bad reputation connected, then she's ruined. And unfortunately for women, and that is still the case today, is our reputations suffer much more than that of men. So a woman is that's why women should be protected, because um, for instance, not long ago, before divorce was so common, if a woman, say for instance, a man cheated on his wife and he wants to divorce her, she's the one that would suffer. She would be the one to be thrown out of society. No one would talk to her. The man, he would sort of still be okay, but the woman, no. So that's why Krishna absolutely 100% immediately saved Draupadi, because she would absolutely have been ruined. Mhm. Yes, yes, yes. So they said. So yeah. Krishna said they told Krishna that because we were in the presence of no, Banakasura, nobody will marry us, and you can see that that Bhishma's fall, like grandfather Bhishma's fall, comes exactly from a woman that wasn't protected. Okay, so he took three princesses onto his chariot. He just touched them. And even just by touching them, they could not marry anybody else. So think of what we do today. Think of monogamy means to have one partner for your whole life, but today monogamy means one partner at a time. So I can't, yeah. So very very important, and that's why Draupadi is such a good example. The other example that I was thinking of, um, just because Ram Navami was just 2 days ago. Even Lord Ramachandra, I mean, not to speak of Sita, he went through a whole war to protect Sita, but um, he, when Ravana criticized his younger brother for trying to protect him, so Vibhishan was the pious younger brother of Ravana, and he tried to convince Ravana to give Sita back, and he said, "No good thing can come of you stealing another man's wife." That is also in the Shastras one of the allowed reasons to kill someone. If someone steals your wife, you are allowed to kill them. Set fire to a house, poison, steal your wife. There are a few things. So one of them. And he was saying, you will bring absolute ruin to the whole Rakshasa dynasty, to the whole Rakshasa race, if you don't give her back. And even up to the last point, even when so the monkeys built the bridge, they went to Lanka, they are on the shores of Lanka, the war is about to start. And well, no, wait, it was before they crossed the bridge. Vibhishan came to Ram, and he said, okay, I've rejected my younger brother, my older brother, I am here to help you. And all the monkeys said, are you crazy? He's a Rakshasa, we can't trust him. He's here as a double spy, he's going to kill the army from the inside, no ways. And Ram said, even if Ravana comes to me and seeks protection, I will protect him. That is how far Krishna will go. If you surrender to Krishna, then it's done. You're protected. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you are protected by Krishna. And that's the same that Krishna did here in the form of Vamanadev. The demons stole the heavenly planets from the demigods. They're demons, they're materialists, but still Krishna said, I will protect you. So she I haven't slept, Johnson. That's embarrassing. Radha Madan Mohan. Sorry. Right. Yes, I know. Please forgive me. Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ki Jai. They look absolutely breathtaking today. Who dressed today? Yeah. Yes. So may Krishna have mercy on me, even when I forget his name. He never forgets mine. All right. So Shukadev. So Prahlad Maharaj says that the thing is, there's also the last thing is that Prahlad Maharaj says that even such a kindness has never been achieved even by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, or the goddess of fortune. Right? We do not know the value of of mercy. Mercy means something good happens to you even when you don't deserve it. So when you are in the mode of goodness, when you have any kind of opulences, we sort of don't know the value of mercy. Someone who has absolutely fallen, who knows that they are no good, that they are useless, that they are criminal, that they have bad habits, somebody who knows that and then receives mercy from someone has the capacity to appreciate it much more because they themselves know that they don't deserve it. I once heard someone say that our happiness in life is what's the English word? It's the more you think you deserve something, the less happy you will be. So there's an inverse correlation between the two. The more you think you deserve something, and when you get it, the less happy that thing will make you. Right? So that is why you get millionaires. They already get a six-figure salary, millions of dollars a year, but they still strive to get that extra zero at the end of all the other numbers, and they're still not happy. But if someone who has to live on, I don't know, 10,000 a year gets $1 million, they would be extremely happy because it's so much more than they usually get. So that's why Prahlad Maharaj says that this kindness, not even not even Lakshmi had it, not even Brahma has it, not even Lord Shiva has it, because they are all already so close to Krishna. Right? So the further away you are from Krishna, and then Krishna always shows us his mercy. Um, the more you are, affected by it. One story that comes to mind is a story that Kadamakanana Swami once told. They went for Ratha Yatra in Soweto, South Africa. So Soweto is a township, and the I mean, it's not the same as in India, but the amount of the level of poverty in South Africa is not close to the poverty that you get in Germany. So people in Soweto are poor. They are dirt poor, and but they love to sing and dance. So they love the Rath Yatra, and that Rath Yatra cart is enormous. I mean, my husband and I went there once, so it is quite a sight to see that cart. They only have one, but it's huge, and the Maharaj was on the chariot, and he was throwing off Maha. He was distributing Maha sweets, and then I don't know if it was on the chariot, but anyway, he was distributing Maha fruit, Maha sweets, and whatever. And then there was this one pineapple that he had left, and he saw this old African man sitting on a bench next to the road, and he went and gave him that. And the man was completely, huh? He was like, "Is this for me?" And he said, "Yes." And he said, "But how much does it cost?" And Mara said, "No, it's a gift." And he said, "The whole thing, like the whole pineapple." And he said, "Yes, yes, take the whole pineapple." And that man was so grateful he started crying because nobody had ever given him something. Like that's how little he has, that he's happy with one pineapple. If we buy a pineapple, we complain about it not being ripe, but not being whatever, being expensive. To us, one pineapple doesn't mean that much because we have so much. But for someone who has absolutely nothing, just the smallest thing is a big thing. So that's also our job. Our job as devotees is to get to that understanding that everything we have is not, nothing we have is ours, not even our talents. Krishna says somewhere in the Shastra, I can't remember the verse, we will not even be able to fulfill our own desires without Krishna's help. There's nothing we can do for ourselves. Everything we have, all our abilities, all our material opulences, our intelligence, the breath that we breathe, the air that we breathe, everything comes from Krishna. But because we are so fallen in Kali Yuga, we sort of have that thought that this is me, mine, and I, and we kind of forget Krishna. So that's the strength of the material energy, the illusion that we are under. But a true devotee realizes that. He realizes that I have nothing. And when you realize you have nothing, your gratitude towards Krishna for the mercy that he gives you is so much more. And that's what Prahlad Maharaj says, is that he says, this kindness that you have given us, this protection, this promise that you will always be there for us, that we will always be able to see you, that is not even Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva or Lord Lakshmi Devi has ever had that kindness, because they see you every day. So so this is beautiful, because I mean, I don't know about you. You are all pure devotees. But 90% of the time, I'm closer to the demons than I am to the devotees. So just realizing the mercy that Krishna gives us every day is one step. But then to see his mercy in all the difficulties, that's another step. So that's why Durga Pala is such a significant word, because Krishna says, this is Durga Pala. This world does not go easily. Nothing is easy in this world, except maybe to forget Krishna. That's easy in this world, because that's what it is made for. This world was created so that we can be under illusion, and we have to work really hard to always remember Krishna. But yeah, so Krishna promises us that he will protect his associates from all dangers. And it may not be material dangers, but it means that once you have taken the step and you have said to Krishna, Krishna, I want to serve you, Krishna will never forget you. So even if your body goes to ruin, your soul, and you are safe on your journey, and you, at the end, you will get back to Krishna. That's Krishna's promise. That is his promise, that he will always protect us. So that's me for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Are there any questions or comments or criticisms or thoughts? Yes.
So actually about the text 6 itself,
Mm-hmm.
so Prahlad is saying that Vishnu in the form of Brahmana is more merciful than even the goddess of fortune. And I always understood that Lakshmi Devi is more merciful than Vishnu, because, for example, in the form of Lord Gauranga, Mahaprabhu, Krishna comes in the mood of Radharani, and Radharani is the original Lakshmi, and this is the reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is merciful, most merciful incarnation is because of that, right? Because she's in the mood of Radharani. So I don't understand why Prahlad is actually saying that Krishna is more merciful.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the feminine deities, it's always an exchange of energy. They will kind of come to your protection, and there's an exchange of energy when you kind of offer something. But Krishna demands no offer except surrendering, and that makes it.
Yeah, but Radharani doesn't even, you don't even need to surrender according to her, that she is like saving you. It's the mercy of Mahaprabhu only if you just like chant his name with a little faith, not full surrender, just a tiny bit will come and save you. This is mercy of Radharani, basically.
I don't think that Prahlad Maharaj says that Vishnu is kinder than Lakshmi Devi. What he says here is, you have kindly promised to protect us, the demons. I think that such kindness has never been achieved even by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the goddess of fortune. I may be wrong, but it may also mean that what I was trying to say is that the experience, the value of that kindness that the Lord has given the demons, they have not experienced that same kindness from him because they are with him every day. So it's not such a big thing. They don't so it's you are right that Srimati Radharani is very merciful, because she she's the one that recommends us to serve Krishna. So if we just try and serve her a little bit, then she goes to Krishna and says, yeah, take him. So yes, you are right. She is very merciful, but I don't think that is what's meant here. He's not saying that she's not as merciful as Krishna. He's saying that my understanding, and if there's anyone out there that can correct me, my understanding is that they it's not that they don't appreciate the kindness of the Lord, but it's that that they're with him every day. So to them it's normal, but for the demons it's not normal. So to get protection from Krishna, they have, in that moment they have more appreciation for it. So and also, and if you look at from the other side, if it means that they are not as kind as Krishna or as the Lord, then it could mean that Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are still in the material world, right? So their benedictions are temporary. Okay, so the benedictions of the demigods, they end sometime, but the benediction of Krishna is eternal. And so if Prahlad means to say that the goddess of fortune is not as merciful as Krishna, then that may be, I mean, I don't know, Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi can withhold her kindness. So if you, the goddess of fortune is very fickle. She can withhold her kindness. She can withhold her fortune from you. But Krishna doesn't. So that could also be a meaning. So it can, on the one hand, it can mean that he's referring to the kindness given to the devotees, and that because Brahma and Lord Shiva and the goddess of fortune are so used to that kindness every day, they may not appreciate it that much. That's one possible meaning. And the other possible meaning is that Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and the goddess of fortune, you have to work for it. But Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, is he just gives it. And once he's given it, he doesn't take it back. So that's the two different meanings. So which one, I don't know. But
There's an unconditional
yeah.
love which Krishna offers. That's why I was like energy exchange. The feminine expects energy exchange that you have to
Yeah, if you're married, anybody out there that has any kind of long lasting long-term relationship with a female, you gotta work for it.
Yeah.
You gotta work for it. We don't yeah, females, and there are so many examples in the Bhagavatam that women, yes, we are the expanding energy. So if you give us a little, women can expand. That's because we are the ones that give the children. We have children. We have the household. We can expand. So just the other day, on Ramnami, Godrum asked me, so we fasted all day, is there going to be a feast? And it's like, yes, I'm working on it. And then he went out, he had to meet someone, and an hour and a half later, there was pizza, there was cake, there was sabji, there was whatever. So I'm not praising myself, but that's what women do. We expand. Whatever you give a woman, that is what she's going to expand. That's what she's going to multiply. So if you give her thorns, then you are going to get a whole forest of thorns. If you give her love and appreciation, she will give you back much more. But at some stage, there that stops. Like it's if you're transcendental, and unfortunately I'm not, love is not a business deal. But yeah, the ladies are sometimes a little bit high maintenance. And also, if you treat Krishna badly, then Lakshmi withholds a fortune. So if you serve Krishna very nicely, Lakshmi will bless you unendingly. But if you treat him badly, she shuts the doors. So and Krishna says that, but yeah, that's from a material perspective speaking. So yeah, the demigods are much more developed than us. They are demigods. We should absolutely give our respects to them, because they are highly elevated people, but still they are on the same. They are not eternal. They at some stage they also die. Yeah, and that's why Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, like Lord Brahma, sometimes like for Hiranyakashipu, he wanted immortality, and he said, "I can't give it to you because I don't have that power." And yeah. Anyway, okay, stop rambling. Yes. You have something? Thank you very much, Kamala Sita. You said the more you think you deserve, the less you will be happy. I'm thinking about the opposite thing. Yes, the less I think I deserve it. How can we, because for me, other two ways, I think I don't deserve it because I have low self-esteem, no? Or you have real humility. So how can I come to this natural feeling and attitude of I don't deserve it, also without self-esteem and putting myself low or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think so. Satchidananda Swami has written in his book, The Living Name, that humility does not mean to think less of oneself, but to think of oneself less. Also auf Deutsch, man soll nicht weniger von sich halten, sondern man soll einfach nur ja, weniger an sich selber denken, man soll mehr an die anderen denken.
That's one thing, yeah, to think less of yourself, because even the most, so even when you have, that's the trick, is if you, when you have low self-esteem and you think, oh, I'm so fallen, I'm useless, whatever, you're still thinking about yourself in a negative way, but it's still about you. So even people, it's so twisted that people can even become proud of how fallen and how humble they are. Yes, that's absolutely false ego. The best way that I have experienced to combat that, to fight against that, is to just be grateful. To know that, okay, I am an intelligent human being. Krishna has blessed me with intelligence, but to know that it's not my intelligence, it's Krishna's intelligence, and I'm thankful for that. So when you when you have a problem, for instance, whatever it is, and you have a solution and you sort of think of the solution, don't think, oh, gut gemacht. Nee, it comes from Krishna. So say, thank you, Krishna, for the inspiration to solve this problem, because that's where it comes from. I've mentioned this many times in many lectures. The ancient Greeks had it right. There's an English saying that you say, I am, and you can say, I am a genius. Ja? Ich bin ein Genie. Ne? The ancient Greeks didn't say, I am a genius. They say, I have a genius. They understood, that's where the muses come from. They understood that any kind of genius, and Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I am the ability of man. They understood that any kind of ability we have, it comes from outside. It doesn't come from inside. And when it comes from inside, it comes from the Paramatma, not from me. I am just the vehicle. So to get to that humility is to know that Krishna uses you as a vehicle, as a channel for something, and you can be grateful to be that channel. And then you're humble. To know that, no, but also to not think, because we do have a responsibility. All the Goswamis, all their songs they sing songs about, I'm so fallen, I'm useless, I'm nothing. But they still did great things because they understood that that is my responsibility. I'm fallen. I'm fallen. I'm a soul that chose not to be with Krishna. I came to this world. So that's why I'm fallen. But Krishna still uses me as a channel. And you can have a Ferrari as a car, you can have a Volkswagen Beetle as a car, you can have a Volvo, whatever, tractor, uh, an armored vehicle, whatever Krishna gives you, that you should use. And it's your responsibility to use it as well as you can, because it's a gift from Krishna. And if you mistreat that gift by not using it, Krishna will take it away. So that's the balance, is number one, it doesn't come from me, but Krishna has entrusted this gift to me, and therefore it is my responsibility to show gratitude for that gift by using it as well as I can. And if you think that way, then I think you're pretty safe on the humility side. No.
One thing I'd like to add when it comes to low self-esteem and putting yourself down is something I realized, that if you're putting yourself down, you're actually putting Krishna down.
That can also be because Krishna, because this gift and this body and the person that you are, that also comes from Krishna. And yeah, to say that it's useless and no good and whatever, that can also be that can also be kind of disrespectful towards him. You had one more question?
Yes, about, so we also, as you also talked about Mahabharata, for example, and different relationships where you say about the relationship of women exactly? That
I said many things.
yeah, but like in the so what I wanted to say is that like there's also a lot of polygamy going on in the shastras or in the Puranas, and that I feel like that it's not so much about monogamy or like that you only have one partner, even for women. For example, in Draupadi, she had
She was the exception to the rule, yes.
But it was also possible for women to have multiple men. And I think what is more important is that, like the principle of marriage, you have.
Yeah, that's what I mean with
like,
monogamy.
that you and like don't just follow your
Senses.
Your senses, right?
Yeah, that's when I say monogamy, I mean marriage. I mean because these, I mean not even long ago, not so long ago, girls grew up, and when they got to a marriageable age, they got married. They didn't have boyfriends. They they met men with the idea of is he going to be the one that I marry? So I'm talking about monogamy in the sense that today we have a dating life, you have apps, you have whatever, and you can go through, you can try out many relationships. And so monogamy means, yeah, within the bounds of marriage. And committing to one partner and saying that's it. Draupadi was the exception. So Draupadi shows that I mean I can't think of anybody else who had. She was the exception. So we shouldn't think that it's possible for all women. It was possible for her. It and also polygamy again. Yes, the Kshatriyas were allowed to, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, I think. No. The Kshatriyas were allowed to have more than one wife because they also had the financial means to take care of them properly. And also because there are more women than men in the world, and because women need to be protected, then that was the reason behind it, is that you have less men, you have more women, so obviously one man has to have more wives. But today it does not work. That's why Ramchandra said ekapatni, one wife. One wife. And even today, one wife is already bas. It's enough.
What I heard about why the Kshatriyas have multiple women is that the woman is the inspiration for the man.
Yes.
So if a man wants to be great and needs a lot of inspiration, it sounds a little bit weird if we.
It is.
If we,
It is weird. It's
if we understand this with the wrong mindset.
yeah.
But
Yeah, it is. No. The woman is an inspiring factor. I think even Devaki Maraji maybe talk about it in her books.
Also, the man needs like this ability to maintain this multiple women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Kshatriyas were allowed to marry a lot of women because they had. You cannot marry 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 women and treat them unequally. You have to be able to take care of them, not just financially, but also. That's why, yeah. So and also, I mean, the Kshatriyas, they also married a lot of women for political reasons. So they had a lot of reasons why they had many wives. But they made absolutely sure that they could spend, because the thing is, when one wife gets pregnant, she's out. I mean, you can't have relations with her, so you have other wives to keep yourself busy with while she's taking care of herself and the baby and whatever. But um, yeah, but this today, I mean, not even long ago, it was possible for the man to go out work and the woman to stay at home. Today, that's not even possible. So, what to speak of two wives? No, we don't have the community for that to work, because unfortunately, even today, marriages are burdened because we expect everything that a village should give us, friendship and support and whatever, we put on one person, our spouse. And that's why marriages are very difficult these days, because families don't live together anymore. And so you don't have that extra support, and so everything is on one or two people. And yeah, so anyway,
That's one thing I'd like to add.
mhm.
Coming back to Draupadi, it was not like a polygamous relationship as we think it was. It had some clauses that certain Pandavas could spend certain time with.
Yeah, they had Draupadi had the agreement that she would spend 1 year exclusively with one husband. And in that year, the other husbands, that's interesting, because Yudhishthira was the only one of the Pandavas that had only Draupadi. He had only one wife, he had only her. But the other Pandavas, they all had other wives. So so they so in order for the Pandavas to not kill each other because of jealousy, they made the rule that 1 year at a time. And that's why Arjuna was exiled out of the kingdom, because she was in her year with Yudhishthir, and he interrupted them. He went where they were. And the rule was that if you interrupt us in any stage, then out for a year. So but anyway, as I said, Draupadi shows why she's the exception. It shows that it can't work for, it can't work.
It seems very complicated in the Mahabharata also.
Yes,
So like,
it is
so
complicated.
with the 1 year's rule.
Yeah. It wasn't easy, but they could do it because they were still very, very pure, and they had a lot more abilities, and yeah. So, but the point of the lecture, and this is the last thing, is that um, we have to really meditate on being grateful for everything we have, good or bad, because the good is a gift from Krishna, the bad is also a gift from Krishna, because he teaches us the things that we need. And when Krishna says he'll protect you, he'll protect you. Full stop. No, it's a promise, and it's an eternal promise. And the demigods, we can ask them for help with our devotional service, but any other benediction from them would be temporary. Okay, thank you very much. This was a nice discussion. I like discussions. That's the teacher in me. I like. So, thank you very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vanshakalpa Tarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhu Evacha, Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha. Happy Ekadashi, everyone.